everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is the beginning of August, so I'm going to do my July review and my August goals. I had a lot of plans for July. A lot of crafts I wanted to do, a lot of reading I wanted to do, a little bit of a stretch on doing everything, but I was kind of determined. And then I decided towards halfway, a little more than halfway, I had about 12 days left of July, and I was like, screw this. I haven't done any crafting because it was a rough month, and I was just like, I need to complete something. I need to do something. And I hadn't done my TBR. I was pretty far behind in my TBR, and I was just like, come on, like, think of something. So I did a challenge where I read 13 books in 12 days. Well, okay, I didn't succeed. I did 12 books in 12 days. My main goal really wasn't about the 13 books. It was about finishing my TBR. There was 3 extra on top of it, but I still added it, and I still failed the challenge, and I will take that humbly and without complaint. I'm still really proud of the progress I made, really interested to see if I could do more next time, so that was exciting. But I will get a little bit more into that later. I just kind of want to give you a little bit of an update, go through that. Now, it's been a little hectic over here on my end, and I have a lot going on between trying to get my house together, trying to get my son ready for school to start up again soon, trying to kind of like do a deep seasonal clean / purge of some things, especially clothes that no longer fit me or my kids, trying to figure out what clothes I need to buy for myself and the kids and my husband. Well, he needs to figure out what he needs, but like I need to kind of put a list together, figure out where we have to go and what to do. And on top of that, I have to I'm in PTA now, so I'm planning out the things I need for PTA, or I'm planning out trying to like make my schedule work for PTA, and I signed my son up for soccer, so it's just a lot going on. A lot. Did I bite off more than I can chew? Probably, but let's hope I don't regret it. Needless to say, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'll probably be overwhelmed until January. Yeah, because it's like preparing for school, kids' birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of it, all at once, never stop. Plus we have a few events to go to, so it's a lot. So now, as I mentioned, because I didn't do like shit for like the first half of July, I scrapped the crafts, and I'll tell you why in a little bit, or what I plan to do because of that. I decided to read the 13 books in 12 days. I'm not going to tell you the books that I had planned to read or that I didn't read, and the books that I did read that were part of, an author asked me to read and review their books, 2 authors. So I'm not going to tell you those just because I kind of want to keep it a little bit of a surprise, and then I'll drop the reviews within the next month. I don't want to keep them waiting, so I'm going to try to figure out how to do it earlier than that. When I pull up my calendar and I put everything down, it just kind of fell out that way, but I have to adjust. So last month I finished every book on my TBR, which was Rule the Night, Firestarter, Bleed the Shadows, Claim the Dark, Dare to Play, Tempt the Madness, Out for Blood, Keeping Her Under, Deceit, Descent, Following, and Cirque Obscurum. I will display the titles here while I'm speaking. And then on top of that, I did my little mystery books that you guys will find out about. So Rule the Night, Bleed the Shadows, and Claim the Dark was the trilogy for the Blackwell Butchers. As you guys may know, I love Sadie Hunt, so it was very much something I was interested in. It was a different type of story in the big universe that I wasn't expecting, but absolutely adored. So that really got me excited. That really was a good start to my month, and I can't wait to discuss these books in my book reviews. Firestarter by Stephen King. Really good. Stephen King can have a tendency to be a little bit drawn out on some of his descriptions of things. It can make reading feel exhausting sometimes, or like slow, but usually it doesn't always happen, and when that does happen, it's still a really good book. You just have to kind of push through. I had a pretty big obsession with Stephen King many years ago, and that hasn't really changed now. Like, I just really enjoyed what I read. I felt pleasantly surprised and pretty emotional reading this book, so again, I can't wait to discuss it in my book review. Dare to Play, Tempt the Madness, and Out for Blood is the most recent trilogy in the Blackwell saga by Sadie Hunt. It's the Blackwell Hawks, and did not disappoint. And I'm actually really sad because, you know, I wanted to read more, but need not worry. My obsession can continue because Her next series is starting September 22nd, and I cannot wait to get that book, read it, and review it. It is part of the Blackwell Saga, which I did pull, so I will be reviewing it as it comes out. The series was very interesting with its twists and turns, and some of the things that came out throughout the series kind of had pretty good closure in this series, so that was also very satisfying. It warmed my heart, guys. I'm a sucker for Sadie Hunt. I love her. Keeping Her Under was disturbing, very disturbing. I don't hate the book. I don't love the book per se, but I don't hate the book. Like, I do really like it. Could I see myself putting it on my sweater? Probably not, but it really did mess me up. It actually is the reason I slowed down on my reading challenge, because I had to take a day after that not to read to kind of recover emotionally. I was just really more emotional. I don't think it's a bad thing. I like dark romances. I like dark books. I like horror. I like all of that kind of stuff. I think that books that can elicit emotions from me, especially strong ones, are good books in my eyes, at least for me. I've been through a lot in my life, so choosing to read these things can maybe not heal me, but it does make me feel a specific way, and it's not so bad for me to read them. It's almost slightly healing because I have this control to read it, and again, the emotions strike a chord, you know. I will say this, especially because there's a lot of like tension in the book circles across social media, especially with a lot of dark romance books coming to films and shows, which I am very excited for. I don't believe that just because I like to read these things means I accept it in real life. I don't accept the things I read to ever happen in real life. Yes, I may joke like, oh yes, I would love a masked man to come kidnap me and whatever, but like, I don't approve of men or even women being like this. And just because I find like a book that involves this to be a good book doesn't mean I approve of that. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. It's fiction, and as long as it stays in the realm of fiction, I can, you know, I can separate that, like, and it's okay. Now, there was a lot that happened in this book that disturbed me, and I was more drawn to the trauma that existed in the three main characters we discuss. It was very heavy, and it did make me cry, but I am glad that I read it. I believe the author did say she wrote this as a book for victims, to like get out a kind of story where it does focus on victims. Correct me if I'm wrong, I will do a little bit more research on that, but I read something similar like that on social media. Like that is like a big thing about this book. Deceit and Descent are the first books in the Gallows Hill series. I can't wait to read the rest of it. There is a prequel and the last book, and I'm so excited because this book kind of makes me hate men, and because it shows a really bad side to men, but it also makes me love men because it does show a good side to men too. But like, you have to see that divide. Like, there is a very big divide. I almost forgot to read my other books in the TBR that I had left because I wanted to continue reading it, and I started, like, I opened the book and I was like, wait, like, I can't read that this month. Like, I have another book to read, you know? So I had to hold restraint. It was so good. As far as the story goes, I'm very much, I'm more intrigued by the mystery and the darkness happening in Salem. So I can't wait to finish this book out. Following was a tame book. I mean, it was like a teenager murder mystery book. It touched on some trauma that the main character kind of dealt with or refused to really acknowledge, but the whole premise was a teenager was trying to solve a murder that technically didn't happen, but he couldn't let it go, and his obsession kind of affected his relationships, and yeah, you kind of go through it and get the answer in the end too. So that was pretty interesting. Cirque Obscurum. Well, that was a pleasantly surprising book. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. It was good. While I also felt like there were some plot holes or switching of characters in scenarios that left me a bit confused, I was able to move past that because it was amazing. It didn't happen often, and again, I could chalk that up to like, oh, my brain, the challenge, maybe I was misconstruing what I was reading. I don't think that was the case, but again, even if that was what happened, that it was just a little bit of a jumble on the writing, did not diminish the quality of the book. in my opinion at least. The book is dark, definitely a bit gory, but it's also kind of funny in some ways. I remember laughing because there's a scene where the main female character kind of does something to somebody else, and it was handled very, very, it was very funny, and I will probably talk about it more in my book review. It's also very emotional, which I've already just said. Like, I love emotions. I love and hate because I want books to make me feel strong about what's going on, to make me feel that connection to the characters, but also I'm a blubbering mess, so I'm mildly scarred. It did have such a satisfying end to the story, which I love a satisfying end. It always makes me a very happy reader. Like I said, I won't give the titles to the 2 books I did read that I was asked to read because I'll reveal them in their own video. I have mixed thoughts about it. I don't know if I would say that they're bad. I don't think they're bad. I just think that they're not my cup of tea, and it was a very hard read. Anyway, that is all I read for this month. This month I have one more book to read from an author who asked me to read their book. And I'm intrigued because it does seem like it's something that would be up my alley. But again, only time will tell. I have to open the book and see first. On top of that, I plan to finish out the Gallows Hill series. So I need to read Demise, and I would need to read Damnation. I also need to read Mine to Hunt. I need to read Theirs to Claim, Theirs to Possess, Theirs to Protect, Theirs to Dare, Ruthless Reign, and Savage Reign. Those are my books that I want to read for this month. I'm hoping I'll get to finish and enjoy all of them. And I can't wait to tell you all about them. I will probably do another reading challenge next month. This month, for August, I'm focusing on a craft challenge because I haven't been doing my crafts. I haven't really been getting crafts done at all. I have sweater embroideries to do for my reading, mini books to do for my reading, on top of crafts that I have, and my husband is begging me not to buy more of this like cross stitches because I have so many that I just wasn't in the mood to make. So I just want to get a bunch, as much as I can, done this month as a challenge, and also a way to like kind of clear out some stock and to kind of enjoy crafting again. I've been neglecting all my other hobbies, so that's kind of where I'm at. On top of that, I will continue my reading challenge, the Spin the Wheel, and the follower challenge, where I will read a page for every follower I receive. My main goal for this month on the craft challenge is to finish 10 crafts this month, be it big or small. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing yet. It'll kind of come as it goes, but again, there'll be a mixture of big and small crafts. It doesn't sound like a lot, but usually all of them require me piercing myself with needles because, you know, the needle slips all the time. So I definitely need more time to finish them. I'm hoping I can succeed at doing the reading and the crafting. We'll see. I'll update everybody every Sunday on that one. Anyway, that is my update for this video. I can't wait to see what August brings me, and I can't wait to come back here at the end of August, beginning of September, and tell you how it all went, and also for you guys to see the coming book reviews. So yeah, stay tuned, and if you want to see more, like the video, comment your thoughts, let me know if you think there's any challenges I should do or any tweaks I should make to my last challenge or current challenge. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already to show your support, and hit the notification bell to be informed every time I post a new video. I thank you guys for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.